Hey, what is up, everyone? Robbie D back here on the KITCHEL Sports Network, the first installment of Midnight Madness here in 2011. Long awaited, I know. Obviously, again, my apologies. You know the whole deal. Classes, basketball season. You all know the excuses by now. But I'm back, better than ever. Highlights coming up here in just a moment. Follow me on Twitter at Robbie D Kitchel. You can stay up to date on everything with video productions, and I'll have some witty tweets every now and then, something that'll make you laugh. Hopefully. I think they're funny sometimes, and some interesting stats as well. So follow me there if you want to keep up to date with everything going on with me. And then tune into Game Time Live with JB and KB. The link is on the bottom. I go on 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursdays. And I talk everything college sports, mainly college basketball right now, with Selection Sunday only being 3 weeks away. Can you believe it? Now, can you ever remember a weekend in college basketball where all top four teams lost? That's what happened this week, and we've got some great games to go over, and we start at the Garden first. You know, the Johnnies don't lose at MSG. Well, Pittsburgh was number 4, and like I mentioned before, all the top 4 teams lost, so they lost. But how did it happen? How did the Johnnies continue the home court advantage? Well, Ashton Gibbs was going to have something to say about it. Coming back from injury, he literally was a one-man band for the Panthers. Had 26 points, 6 of 9 from three-point range. There was no other Panther that scored above 7. Yikes, we need some more production out of the rest of the Panther team. Here's Dwight Hardy, who had a fantastic game, drew the foul there. Jamie Dixon displeased, hits the first free throw. On the second, though, iron unkind. But look at Paris Horn go up and grab the offensive rebound, almost throws it away. But nevertheless, St. John's, they get us another possession. So under 30, Hardy draws the blocking foul on Trayvon Woodall. Hardy would go to the line, hit both free throws. Yeah, there's Steve Lavin saying it's a blocking foul. But Pittsburgh would have the ball. Under 20 seconds to go. Woodall would have his revenge. Outside for 3. Yes, sir! Trayvon Woodall had just 6 points. He was the only other Panther that actually hit a 3 in the game. So Pitt's up 1. Under 10 seconds. Steve Lavin, he draws up this play. Dwight Hardy, the Bronx, New York native, flips it up and in as he maneuvers the baseline. Now, Pittsburgh has no timeouts, so they just got to hope and pray that somehow this shot from Brad Wanamaker goes in, and it doesn't. The Johnnies, 4 top 10 wins at home this year. The Red Storm easily in the tournament now, putting together one of the best resumes that we've seen in quite a while from a team like St. John's with 10 seniors on the roster. Unreal. Let's go out to Tucson, Arizona, and Washington. Second half. Have you heard of Derek Williams? Well, if you haven't, you should get to know him really quickly. Got the basket and the foul on that play, and Arizona's up 2. 4 minutes to go. Look at Matthew Bryant Amity. Get out of the way, Derek Williams. I got to put this one in. Tie at 80. This one was just up and down throughout. Again, Derek Williams. Did I mention his name in this highlight? Yes, sir. He shows us the perimeter game as well. 26 points, 11 rebounds. What a game from him. Now, under 10 seconds to go. Huskies down 1. Matthew Bryant Amity shuffles the feet and travels with 3 seconds to go. And it's over. Arizona's going to win. Oh, the aforementioned, what are you doing? Inbounds pass. Momo Jones just loses it, so U of A turns it over. Washington now has the ball. And 2.2 seconds left. Darnell Gant looks like he has a good look, but Derek Williams says, not up in here. Swats it into the cheerleaders. Hopefully they were ducking their heads because it looked like someone got hurt. So 0.2 seconds left. Now you just need a tip in, and guess who's there to swat the ball away? Derek Williams. Unreal game from him. Arizona, they're going to win the Pac-10 title, it looks like. 87-86 final, as U of A is showing they can be a serious NCAA title contender. Texas, Nebraska. This isn't football. You don't think the Huskers actually have a chance in this one. Boy, did they actually show us they did. Look at Lance Jeter inside. Nebraska's up 11. Take a look at that. They're up 11 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. That's when the chaos would begin. As Jordan Hamilton spots up for a transition 3 and knocks it down. At that point, Jordan Hamilton had just 18 points, but he was 3 for 16 shooting from the field. Then it gets really interesting. Alexis Wingman misses the free throw. Gary Johnson, rebound, put back. It's down to a 2-point game, a 10-1 run in just a minute. Then on the inbounds, a slip and a fall. Wingman almost throws it down with authority. Nevertheless, Texas, they would tie it at 65, but under 10 seconds to go. They're down 3. And Jacoban Brown, he's got to put up a 3. Doesn't really get the best look off the front rim, and they start partying in Nebraska. Lincoln's going crazy. The Huskers play their way onto the bubble with a 70-67 win over Tejas. Now let's go to DePaul. It's Villanova and DePaul. The Blue Demons have won one Big East game all season long, and they have been blown out constantly. Well, Jeremiah Kelly, he was going to change all of that. 25 points, that three. He was 7 for 13 from three-point lane, so under 10 seconds left. More than likely, you probably want to foul. Corey Fisher, he ended up with 34 in the game, and they didn't foul on that play. He hits the three. We're tied at 62. Kelly's heave-ho to try to take the lead and the win. It wouldn't go, so we're going to overtime. In the overtime session, yeah, there's a look at Corey Fisher. Like I said, he had 34 points, and he did all of his work inside with his friends as well. Moved Talyuru with the big slam. Nova's up by 4, and at this point, it appears they're going to run away with it. But DePaul a chance to tie. Brandon Young, no sir. And Nova, they would run up the clock. They would get the victory, but a scare from DePaul, 77-75, the final in OT. Let's come here to West Lafayette, Indiana. A magical atmosphere at Mackey Arena between number 3 Ohio State and number 11 Purdue. First half, look at this shot by E'Twaun Moore. Are you serious? How the heck did he defy gravity with that shot? Another look. Incredible. At that point, you knew something special was coming out from E'Twaun Moore. In the second half, John Diebler, got to mention him a little bit, sets the Big Ten record for most three-pointers made in a season with that shot. Now, we're going to flash back a little bit here to a segment that Jared Sullinger doesn't really have the best singing skills. Miley Cyrus may be a little bit better than him. Now, as he went to the free throw line in the second half, you can hear the paint crew singing it for him in unison.
And I think Matt Painter might look to go to that. Nice looking shooting stroke from the big freshman. Not much he can't do. He catches it in traffic. He finishes with strength. He's got a nice touch. He's all about winning and doing what his team needs.
And he calmly knocks down both free throws like it's no big deal. Ohio State trailed for most of this game. In the second half, oh, look at the silky pass from E'Twaun Moore to his buddy Tyrone Johnson. Purdue's up by 6, but the Buckeyes would keep plugging away. Sullinger, look at the big monster slam. JJ, his little brother. I almost called him JJ. JJ's little brother had 25 and 6. But the guy I want to talk about is E'Twaun Moore. Look at the step back three. Oh, so pure. E'Twaun, a career high, 38 points in this one. He would be far from done. But again, Ohio State, I told you, they just kept coming back. They kept plugging away, but they could never really get over that 4-point hump, largely in part due to this guy, E'Twaun Moore. 38 points from Smooge. He hit 7 threes, and the Boilermakers once again do it again against Ohio State. It's the second time this week they have a top 10 victory. And, you know, the Boilermakers at the start of the season, everyone was down on them. Everyone's saying they can't win without Robbie Hummel. They're starting to show that they can. E'Twaun's game was just out of this world. He also eclipsed the 2,000-point career mark. He's one of 5 in Purdue history to do that. So a big week for Purdue, getting 2 top 10 wins. More than likely you'll see them jolt up the polls. But again, all 4 top 4 teams lose this week for the first time since November 2003. You know, another team that was a part of that back in 2003 was Purdue. They beat number 2 Duke at the Alaska Shootout all the way back when J.J. Redick was playing. Kind of a long time ago. But thanks for tuning in. First edition of Midnight Madness this year. Hopefully I'll have another one up later on next week if I get the time. But again, enjoy the college basketball. Let the madness continue. Selection Sunday, less than 3 weeks away. Get hyped, folks. We'll break down more of the NCAA tournament. Coming up next week, we look at seeding. We look at teams on the bubble. All of that good stuff. I'll have that for you next week right here on the KITCHEL Sports Network. Have a great week, everyone.